Today we're going to talk about scaffolding in proximal development zone. Even if you don't know what it is, you probably have experienced that. So at some point in your life, you probably learned a foreign language, and when you did, you probably had to take a placement test. You know, when you come in and answer some questions, and people who do that tell you, oh, you're A1 or B2 advancement, upper intermediate level, and that they would place you in a group that is the same with people with the same abilities as yours, so that you are not too smart for that group or not too dumb for that group, so to speak. So that is exactly the example of zone of proximal development. It tells us that you best learn when you're in between the things that you can already do and things you can't do yet. So that perfect proximal development zone. So when you do what you can do already, you do feel stable and you understand everything and things like that. But you also get very comfortable, bored, you don't feel a challenge, you feel like it's too easy, and you lose interest very fast. On the other hand, when you're in a group where you can't do things or don't know things that other people know, you feel exhausted, frustrated, anxious, stressed, and you don't progress as fast as you could have progressed if you were right in this zone of proximal development, where you feel excited, challenged, yet know enough of things not to feel frustrated. So that topic is neatly connected to scaffolding. Scaffolding is support that we give you when you're in this zone. And as you learn more, you get less of scaffolding and help. In this example, we're going to talk about how to teach somebody to distinguish real news from fake news. So in the beginning, you give a lot of support. Let's say once student understands why it's important to distinguish real news from fake news and you establish learning goals and things like that, student can then use some kind of checklist that a teacher prepared for him to analyze those news based on whatever characteristics they have. So that's support, that's scaffolding, like in construction scaffolding. Oh, like I'm there for you, I'm helping you. And then as you go, there will be less of it. Then, for example, you can learn to use authentication tools with the teacher. So with the teacher is exactly the amount of scaffolding. So the teacher is helping you. And then you have to become more independent. And you can, for example, find some characteristics of fake news by yourself, but then with the help of an expert, of a teacher, come to a conclusion about whether that news is fake or real. And in the end, you can do it all by yourself. So that is exactly the amount of scaffolding, a lot in the beginning and less and less and less as we go, so that you can learn to be independent and do things on your own, and that way you learn just way better.